The periodic table of elements. Chemistry, wow. Periodic, what does that mean? Means having a period, right? Happening at a fairly regular interval. You understand? Elements, what's an element? Element is a substance which consists of only one kind of atom, like oxygen, gold, carbon. What is a table? Table is a written set of rows and columns of figures or letters. Okay? Alright. Chemistry is related to the elements that makes up all matter. Comprise means to be a part of that. Okay? So elements that make up all the matter. The periodic table of the elements puts the chemical elements in order in a systematic way based on each element's atomic number. Atomic, what is an atom? Atom is the smallest amount of a substance which can involve in a chemical reaction. That's an atom, okay? There are 7 rows and 8 columns, but not every column has 7 rows. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? What is a row? Row is a line of things, in this case, in a horizontal way, and column is a line of things in vertical ways, alright? There are 7 rows and 18 columns, but not every column has 7 rows, so there are some elements missing in that column. Do you understand? Alright, when you take the test, you don't get the chance to look at any picture or something, but this is just for your understanding, because if you don't have the background, this is very hard to understand. So let me show you the table first. This is the periodic table of elements. Oh my goodness. So it has what? 7 rows and 18 columns. 7 rows, okay? And 18 columns. But not every column has 7 rows. That means like 12 it misses. 11 it misses. That's what it means. Do you understand that? Can you see the whole column? Russian chemist, okay, Dmitry Mendeleev is often thought of as the father of the periodic table, but there were other people who tried similar organizations before him, and still others who later on improved his work. Chemist is a person who studies chemistry. What is chemistry? Chemistry is the study of the structure of things, all right, and the reactions between themselves. Do you understand? Okay. So there, although he was thought to be one of the most important person in the forming of a periodic table, there were still other people who did the study before him and who did the study after him. That's what it means. So what is this part about? This part is about what a periodic table is, right? And how it's how it's structured, and who is to be credited for this periodic table. Do you understand? Mendeleev made the his periodic table known to the general people in 1869. He had written the names of the known elements and then their properties on cards, which he had organized based on atomic weight, the weight of the atom. Okay. He had written the names of the known elements and their properties on cards. What's a property? Property, the basic meaning is what somebody has, all right, or what something has. But in this case, it's the way that something behaves in a certain condition is a property, the characteristic of it. You understand? So he wrote down the properties on cards with the name of the element, right? And he organized this based on weight. And additionally, Mendeleev grouped elements which had certain chemical and physical properties, characteristics that was similar. He grouped the elements with similar properties, which sometimes caused him to not to pay too much attention to the atomic weight of the element. So sometimes he had to ignore the weight, okay, although it was based on weight. Chemical and physical properties. Chemical, what does that mean? It means involving the reactions of substances. That is chemical, okay? Forming different substances by that, okay? And physical, what does it mean? Physical means relating to the structure or the size or the weight of something. Do you understand? So like if it's a chemical change, you can simply think that the substance itself changes. And if it's a physical change, it's only the shape or the size that change. Simply to put. Do you understand? Okay. But there was a problem with the table that he made, because even with the different groupings, some elements still did not seem to fit the idea of using atomic weight as the basis for the table. But there was also a problem, because even if he made different groupings, some elements still did not fit by the atomic weight. Okay? Atomic weight, it was the basis for the table. What's the basis? Basis is an important part of something from which it develops more. Do you understand? Okay, Mendeleev had enough ability to see what the future was going to be like, and he left some blank spaces where he thought some undiscovered elements should go in. Do you understand? Possess means to have, okay? Foresight is, what does fore mean? Fore means the front. Sight is seeing, so it's the ability of seeing the future and taking appropriate action for that. So he So he had the ability to think that there will be some other elements which are not discovered now to be to fit in that blank space. Do you understand? So what is this part about? This part is about how Mendeleev organized the elements. Okay, that is, he put the properties, the names of the elements and the properties of the elements on cards, and he organized it based on the weight, atomic weight. And he grouped the elements by the chemical and physical properties. So sometimes he had to ignore the atomic weight of the element. But there was still a problem because even though he had different groupings, some elements still didn't seem to fit the idea of atomic weight, which was the basic idea of the table. But he left some blank spaces because he thought they will be filled by an undiscovered element of that time. You want to say in the future? In 1914, English physicist Henry Gwyn Moseley proved that every atomic nucleus had a number of positively charged units, which were later called protons. Physicist, what is a physicist? Physicist is someone who studies physics. What is physics? Physics is the study of force, such as heat, sound, light, gravity, pressure, electricity, and how they affect other objects. That is physics. Atomic nucleus. What is a nucleus? Nucleus is the center of an atom or a cell. Positively charged units. What does that mean, positively? Positive means greater than zero, okay? And it's the opposite of negative. Charge means to have electricity, okay? Unit is one individual thing, okay? Which were later called protons. What's a proton? What does pro mean? Pro means like has the meaning of being positive, right? Proton is an atomic particle, okay, which is charged positively. Positively charged. That is a proton, right? The number of protons in an element became the atomic number, okay? So by using an element's atomic number, rather than its atomic weight, the elements were rearranged and the table looked more complete.